What's going on, everyone? Rommie Lee here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I bid you welcome. So, I have a little bit of time before work, so I'm going to try and squeeze out one recording because I need it for tomorrow's upload, and hopefully I can record some more since tomorrow's my day off. So, just for a quick recap, last time we obviously managed to get the Brett lady, I always forget it, Giselle Brett to the stand, and then we got her to start talking, and I did my humorous, gruff Cockney accent voice because I thought it'd be funny. Am I ever actually funny? Who knows? But without further ado, let's crack this case wide open. Oh, well. Oh, right. I was right here. I should have started it from here. Darn it. Oh, well. What's done is done. The victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyways. Wow, what a bitch. You didn't have to insult my homeland that way, but that was the most captivating and beautiful testimony. Oh, that most captivating and beautiful, yet slightly hurtful, testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Judge, come on. Thank you. Easy does it. I hope that is the last time I'll have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, my dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. The Minister of Justice? May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen. I like the cursive. Huh? Thanks. What, was that a prayer then? Poor Rinosuke. Well, you have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with a cross-examination now. Man, someone's high and mighty. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? As a matter of fact, yes, it is. Yeah, get yourself hyped, Ryonosuke. Yes, Your Excellency. Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. No flights of fancy either. Alright, here we go, everyone. However, the stuff she said, I didn't see any immediate, things I could nitpick. So, all we could do is press. But his hand was on the seared hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You can't not have noticed. Do you think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry? Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open. You can't not have noticed, can you? What? Slain. Ha ha ha. What fun. You hadn't realized. The dear lady is absolutely right. As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself, Ryonosuke. Why didn't you tell me? Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. Did her mask just phase through her nose? He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing? Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can. Ouchie. Well, I can't. Anyway. Well, I guess it wasn't there then. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised a glass. Let's see what we can glean here. As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water. Is that right? Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at the time, if you remember. Yeah, I'm the one who discovered all that. Ouchie. Which explains why he ordered that drink. Correct, waiter. Exactly as you say, sir. Although, whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that. Damn you. Ah, I have enough English to understand that, at least. For the benefit of the others of the court, it means bless you. No one asked. I think it means the exact opposite. Freaking ouchie. Well, at least he's like fun in this iteration. The postmortem report showed no other possible causes of death besides the gunshot. Interesting. Also, for Brett's, like when she's actually speaking, like the understandable stuff, I'm kind of trying to go slightly with like Frieza, like a mix between like canon Frieza and little Karibos. I know I'm probably not doing it like greatly, but yes, it's right here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma. Yes. Lucky for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it could only have been the bullet from your gun that put an end to the innocent man's life. But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away. And the plate, he was already dead. How do I keep telling you all that? When the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. And if the victim burnt his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must have already been dead at that point. And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time. I concur. Prosecutor Ouchie is right. Ooh. Well, you're just beside yourself with joy, aren't you, Brett? Is this? No, it's not the last one. If there's some other way a man's life could be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me. Do we have such a thing? Loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. I'm just trying to look through things here. I don't think we have anything that would let's press. I know I like to try and like catch it before the time's right. Sometimes this is how you gotta do things, without leaving a trace. If someone is shot or strangled, or stabbed or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there is always a telltale trace on the body. I know I didn't read that properly. Quite right, dear lady. And as our policies. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga? As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation. There would be physical traces with all those causes of death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? She's right. Oh no, perish the thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. On my honor, I, Taketsuchi Aoji, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions. A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence. You need evidence? But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway. Oh. Actually, funny you should say that. Inferior? What do you mean by that? In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it. Isn't that so? Quite right. Le Carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident. Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. That was interesting. It doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand. A killer blow. The lady is as formidable as she is beautiful. Amazing. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Aoji has finally started to see sense. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. And Hosanaga's making me want to cough. Hold on, everybody. Hi, pretty. Alright, everyone, I'm back. Just had a small coughing fit. Unlike Hosanaga, though, I didn't cough up any blood this time. Hi, pretty. What do you think, Ryunosuke? I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over. Birdie, stop scratching the couch. Stop it. Birdie. Don't make me grab the air can. Don't. That's Purdy for you. But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor. Kazuma. Watch, Ryunosuke. There is one thing I noticed, something that's been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett? Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. Inspector Hosonaga. The detective? Yes. He seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe. Or if it might present an opening. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time. If you think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself. Oh, that's cool. Let's see what we can get out of the detective. Alright then. I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose, once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again. Alright everyone, let's get back there. Couldn't we just skip? Oh yes we can. As a matter of fact, there is. Wait, did I screw up? Am I supposed to get to the part where he coughs? Yeah, there it was. There it is again. The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? I like Kazuma's theme. When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. You're right, look at him. He's lost his own thoughts. Or he's lost in his own thoughts. It's time to pursue the man on his train of thought. Sorry? Pursue? I'll explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker. What marker? What are you talking about? You're talking crazy, Kazuma. At that moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. Oh. But by moving the marker left and right with the directional pad, you can turn your attention to other people in the stand. While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with A. If you can catch the person... Kazuma, what the hell's a directional pad? You're talking nonsense. You might uncover some new information to pursue. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people in the stand, take a good look around. Alright then, so first I should move the marker... Okay, we don't need to read this. Oh, hold on, I got a cough again. Ugh. Alright, Evan, sorry about that. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. Look around. It's not letting me look around. There we go. Shoto! What the? What's the meaning of this? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts. Deeply. It looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say. Let's go. Let's go, everyone. It's time to blow this thing wide open. If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court. Well, what is the meaning of this? That's right, compose yourself. It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately. Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Yeah! Not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in the case. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement that just made by Miss Brett? Well, yes, if you don't mind. I would like to speak. What's wrong, Brett? The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. That sounds illegal. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. A crime scene thief? Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. Poison. Is that? This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it. I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Your time is nigh, Miss Brett. Miss Brett. Can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Oh, I see. Now we get to this one. No, not that one. This one right here. Alright, before we present, though, let's examine it, shall we? The label is written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma? I think it's French. This must be very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking. Then go to France and ask. You could just say that you don't know. It's not good for a lawyer to say they don't know. Shouldn't the contents be spilling out? Aha! So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had. It looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now. You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going. No, Ryunosuke, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Oh no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we? Like poison? You never cease to amaze me, Ryunosuke, in more ways than one. I wonder, could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. Go on. And I think that's all we can glean from this. I feel like this is too soon, but take that! Got him. What is this? The bottle of water? Actually, there's one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. You starting to sweat, Brett? Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison? On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Oh, I guess I could throw my theory out the window that he was already dead, like, before the meal started. Order! Order! And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could possibly have done it. Giselle Brett, it was you! Oh, here we go. You hear that music, everybody? That's when you know things are taking off. This is outrageous! To suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence! You little rookie imbecile! Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty? I don't care about that. This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime. The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth. Ooh. If I may, I will silence... Oh dear. It is you who should be silent. Of course. Dear lady! Where did that come from? She just snapped. Is it time to drop the facade? I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies. I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring? I described your police force as inferior, but no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not. Of course. You did? Have you forgot what my guiding principle is already? No, I haven't. I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Wait, maybe that's why he's coughing. Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. And? What did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at present time. Yeah, what about one from Britain? We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency. What? Are you sure? The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself. No! No! I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you. Ah, but of course, dear lady. The pleasure was all ours. I was so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, counsel. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit. I'm done for. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett. Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved. Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present the court at this point? Kazuma. Grr. Damn. I'm sorry, Ryunosuke. I have nothing more. Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving. Au revoir. Nani? It's her! Not so fast. Please, wait! Isn't that... What is the meaning of this? Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Mikotoba? In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. I think Ryunosuke is smitten. And in her hand, she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki cloth. And that is where we're going to leave this episode. Man, what a way to conclude this part of the story. Excellent. The best cliffhanger at the perfect time. Well, everyone, I know this record is a little quicker than the others. I probably only have like 20 minutes to get ready for work. But once again, if you like what you see, feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you, beautiful people, in the next episode. I can't wait to see how this concludes. I mean, I hope it concludes in the next episode. I want to get to a new case already. See you around.